so much. Krishnakanta Hondigal State Open University welcomes the chief guest of the fourth convocation, Professor Nageshwar Rao. Professor Nageshwar Rao is the Vice Chancellor of Indira Gandhi National Open University, New Delhi. His career as an academic in the field of cost accountancy and management and as an academic administrator spans 42 years. The premier distance education institution in the country, which has been accorded A++ ranking by National Assessment and Accreditation Council. Professor Rao has more than 170 research papers published, had written 8 books, and had guided 41 PhD scholars. He was conferred Fellow at Commonwealth of Learning Canada in Scotland during 2019. He was also conferred upon honorary degree of Doctor of Literature by Krishnakanta Hondigal State Open University in the year 2019. Professor Rao is actively involved in developing appropriate policy framework at national level for promoting online education in the country. Now, may I take the privilege of inviting Professor Nageshwar Rao, the chief guest, to deliver the convocation address.
His Excellency, the Governor of Assam and the Chancellor of Krishnakant Hondigal State Open University, Professor Jagdish Mukhi ji, virtually present here to bless all of us. Professor Kandarpa Das, the Vice Chancellor of KKHSOU State Open University, Professor Hitesh Dekar, former Vice Chancellor of this prestigious university, Registrar, honorable members of the Board of Management, distinguished members of the Academic Council, members of the statutory bodies, directors of schools, former and present Vice Chancellors present here, recipients of honoris causa, degree awardees, medal winners, faculty members, invited guests, learners, media persons, ladies and gentlemen. At the outset, I must say that I am indeed privileged and extremely pleased to be here amidst you on the occasion of 4th convocation of the university and to address this convocation address as the chief guest. I express my sincere and deepest gratitude to the Vice Chancellor of this university, Professor Kandarpa Das, who has invited me as the chief guest. First of all, let me join you all in congratulating the honoris causa degrees conferred to Professor Ranjit Kumar Dev Goswami ji, Shri Deepak Kumar Borthakur ji, PhD on this causa, Shri Surat Narzari ji, PhD on this causa, and Khandekar Muhammad Adil Hussain, PhD on this causa. I am happy that the Vice Chancellor of this university has looked into their credentials, their contributions to the field of academics and the society and conferred the honoris causa degrees of D.Litt and the PhD to them. Once again, I congratulate them on your behalf. I also congratulate the graduating learners, the gold medalists, recipients of diplomas for their well-deserved accomplishment. Convocation is a special day for the learners since the degrees which they receive represent certification of their competence, a leeway for gainful employment, and above all, fulfillment of life. The day also gives us an opportunity to express thanks to the faculty members and the parents for their relentless support, motivation and encouragement for the success of our learners. The importance of this day lies in the commitments made by the graduates towards treading on the path of acquiring meaningful knowledge and, most importantly, providing selfless services to the society. I congratulate you all once again. Krishnakant Handike State Open University is the 14th Open University of the country and the only state open university in the northeast India. Professor Krishnakant Handike, the legendary Sanskrit scholar, renowned Indologist, and an illustrious son of the state, embodied the qualities of an ideal scholar who made pursuit of knowledge the main goal of life. Established with vision of promoting quality education among various sections of the society, particularly the unreached and underserved, the university has contributed significantly to the academic environment of the state and the region. It is particularly heartening to learn that the university has been able to break the barriers as envisaged in making quality education accessible to a large and hugely diversified group of people of the state, which prominently include women learners belonging to SC, ST, OBC, T-tribe population, and also those living in remote and grossly disadvantaged areas such as hills, borders, flood-prone, and riverine areas. This in itself is a laudable feat and shows the university's commitment to equity and social justice in realizing the vision entrusted to it. I am also happy to note that the medal winners, the PhD holders, and also the MPhil degree holders who have been confirmed their degree today, most of them, they are women, and I must especially compliment to them also. Today, open and distance learning is widely accepted for providing flexible and equitable access of higher education across the whole world. The Government of India has also laid the emphasis on expansion of higher education through the ODL mode. Today, ODL accounts for about 11% of the total enrollment in higher education. As we all know, that the National Education Policy has given us a target to have 50% GER by 2035. And in that context, the open and distance learning institutions, they have to play a greater role. During the last 3 to 4 years, rapid developments that took place in the field of open and distance learning. 2 to 3 new open universities, they have also been established. Recently, the Punjab government and the Kerala government, they also established the state open universities. For the first time in 2017, we had got the regulatory framework, the ODL regulations 2017. Then in 2018, we have got online regulations, that is also for the first time. And in 2020, we had got an integrated ODL and online regulations, 2020. And recently, a week back, if you see that AICT has also come up with ODL and online regulations for open and distance learning. So you see that lots of regulations and the things which have made it easier to follow us is, especially when we look at the ODL 2020 regulations, it says that those who have got degrees under the ODL mode or online mode, their degrees are considered as equivalent to the degrees which are being awarded in the conventional mode. Since most of the learners, they were experiencing difficulties in showing the equivalence to the employers. Now this particular provision which has come up in Regulation 2020, it is going to help this open and distance learning a lot, especially our learners, they will be benefited because of that. As has been pointed out by the Vice Chancellor of this prestigious university, that this university has also submitted their self-assessment report recently for NAC accreditation. And this NAC accreditation process for open and distance learning, it is also a recent phenomenon. And only a year back, the process for accrediting these open universities, it has been started. And I'm happy to note that Krishnakant Handik State Open University has also concerned with the quality parameters which are set by NAC for their open and distance learning learners. In order to meet the targeted goals of GER in a populous country like India, the existing open universities can play a determining role. Besides, the Government of India has tried to carry forward the knowledge movement among the people through the use of information networks and mass media technology. Skilling the learners through an inclusive system of education is to be seen in the driving force of economic growth and social development of the country. The Indian universities should therefore try to launch courses that incorporate both new skills and ability enhancement to suit complex and pluralistic realities of India. As the society is experiencing unprecedented changes and transformations, the educational institutions must support and emergent learning environments in order to extend education beyond all barriers. The ODL systems in India have a great potential to ensure the entry of disadvantaged and non-traditional learners into the productive workforce, which has far-reaching implications for the future of India. The Indian Open Universities, due to its flexibility and their advantages, should take up the call of the day and shoulder bigger responsibilities. Given the fact that ODL system has many positive impacts, the UGC has come up with the new regulations, as I have told you right now, for online educations for both regular and open universities. Technology-enabled learning and online learning have become an acceptable mode of education in the West to effectively address the issues of quality and inclusion in higher education across the world. However, in the post-COVID India too, the demand for online education is increasing. Here I see tremendous opportunity for the open universities to transform distance education to digital education to meet the emergence demands. However, to succeed in that direction, there is an urgent need for cooperation and collaboration of training, teaching, research and capacity building in this area. In the fourth industrial revolution, ODL is changing. Multi-mode educational delivery using a combination of printed SLMs, audio-visual contents, internet technologies, coupled with both online and face-to-face counseling support, will have to be popularized to achieve the goal of inclusive education. This is very necessary to convert the ODL system as a whole into a sustainable and goal-oriented education system. Besides, today's society is characterized by the lifelong learners who are to be assisted by continuous and seamless learning opportunities. Here, the open universities can find out sustainable measures to augment the educational opportunities for the lifelong learners and play a crucial role in popularizing higher education for the deprived and the disadvantaged. They should design courses and programs that support such learners in achieving more than one goal after graduation. They should make space for inclusive education to meet the challenges of the new age, learning off campus, from home, from workplace, or as a philosophy of ODL enshrines, from wherever the learner is at his or her own pace, become part of the changing ecosystem of ODL. In a country like India, where with several challenges to meet while implementing the technology-enabled learning, the one-size-fits-all concept will not work. Therefore, before putting certain policies into practice, we must seriously consider the need of target learners, their social and cultural, economic and geographical backgrounds, their age ranges, access to technological infrastructure, technology readiness, and so on. Thus, the systematic integration of technologies, teaching, learning through policy implementation, capacity building of the users, and appropriate use of low-cost technologies. However, overcoming the digital divide, providing the facility of online teaching learning is to everyone alike, converting the traditional learners to digital learners, changing the perception of stakeholders and general public about the ODL system, as well as the graduates, maintaining and ensuring individual and customized contacts with the learners and other stakeholders are to be perceived as the greatest challenge in the implementation of successful TEL in a country like India. In view of the potential of MOOCs in transforming the educational landscape of 21st century, the MOE introduced SWAYAM in 2016. There are more than 3,000 courses put on the SWAYAM platform. and around 2 crore learners they have registered there. It is the course-based learning, and around 1,000 courses they are related to engineering and management. 1,000 courses they are related to the humanities and social sciences, and rest are related to teacher education and other disciplines. We have got a vast number of these courses, and during this COVID-19, MOE has taken the initiative to translate these courses into 8 regional languages. The process is on. The purpose of translating these courses into the regional languages to reach to all those people where they cannot understand the language of English, and the learning process can become much more easier. When we look at the National Education Policy 2020, it also talks about that our programs, they should be multidisciplinary. And here we can use these SWAYAM courses to suit our advantage. For example, if a student of BCom wants to make that course multidisciplinary, he would like to add agriculture in BCom, he would like to add physics in BCom, he would like to add Hindi in BCom, which will not be possible under the existing structure. But what he can do is, even those who have passed out also, they can register themselves on SWAYAM platform free of cost. No registration fees, because during this COVID-19, we have seen that large number of international companies, edX and Coursera, they came to India to penetrate and to reach our learners, saying that they must enroll the courses of edX and Coursera. Now, once they came to know that SWAYAM is also existing in our country, since 2016, the courses they have been developed by the senior most academicians of the country, IIT people, IIM people, and university senior professors. And then the people, they started moving ahead in that direction. And during the last 1 year, the increase of registration, because registration is free, so the number has gone up from 1.5 crores to 2.5 crores. So you see that quality courses, they are available with us. And those who have done the BCom, they want to add a course of agriculture, a course of Hindi, and a course of physics. They can register themselves with the SWAYAM platform. Their examinations are conducted twice in a year. And the examination has been conducted by NTA, National Testing Agency of Ministry of Education. And as has been promised earlier also, the credit transfer, those who clear those courses, the credit transfer of those certifications, that can be used in our conventional universities or in our ODL programs also. Thereby, in the National Education Policy, we can transform our existing curricula without investing a single paisa. We can make them multidisciplinary and make our learners more innovative, more employable, and more useful to the society. So that is the thrust available to us. One more experimentation which has been done since 2017, that is SWAYAM Prabha channels. We are having 33 SWAYAM Prabha channels right at this point of time. They are available on Dish TV. 33 SWAYAM Prabha channels reaching to your home, the learning process. Most of you might be knowing that one channel is specifically earmarked for state open universities. State open universities. And it is the most popular channel amongst these 33 channels. So we have to use that resource which is available on that specific channel, which is for state open university under Dish TV. Here the learning, it reaches to your home. All the disciplines for which the regular audio lectures, they are being put on this channel, 4 hours every day fresh content, and that is being repeated 6 times on the same channel. So those who could not have those contents in the beginning itself. They can have it later on in the night or later on in the early hours of the morning also. So that facility is also available, and during this COVID-19, this Swayamprabha channel, it has also made much more popular. And again here, lots of efforts are being made to translate these videos into the regional languages also. So this facility we all can avail to enrich ourselves, to supplement our counseling sessions, and also to avail the benefit of multidisciplinary focus of the national education policy. Because now the days have come when we have to shift ourselves from program-based learning to course-based learning. And that is why in the national education policy, the concept of academic bank of credit, it was also being put in. And recently, in February 18, the UGC has cleared the new regulation for academic bank of credit also, which is helpful to all of us. Because if a student who has cleared out of 18 courses of BCom or BA, he has cleared 17 courses, in the existing setup, he will not get any degree. His entire effort of clearing those 17 courses will become waste. It is a national wastage also. But under this ABC system, now these 17 courses, they will be credited to his account. And maybe at a later stage, these credits can be transferred to have a full program certification at any other institution. So these are the things which are getting in the new education policy, and we all have to take the benefit from this, the policy perspective and also the facilities available under Swayam and Swayamprabha channels. We have the challenges too. Both the teachers and learners are not able to properly handle and such type of online courses, as many of them are not accustomed to use the digital devices for the purpose of teaching learning. I have told you that there is no need for any teacher to worry in this regard. Already the audios they have been prepared. Already the digital material is prepared. We have got the National Digital Library, where the more than 3 crore books, they are available in digital form. And most of the institutions, they have made MOU with the NDL to have access of those materials, and all these materials, they can be seen by the learners also. Given the fact that the whole world today is still facing the after effects of COVID-19 pandemic, the changing ecosystems in higher education has led to various experiments with collaborative learning, constructive learning, and cooperative learning. This has shown that by adopting accessible, flexible, and affordable technologies in education, and by integrating in-person and online activities, while framing the learning objectives and assessing the expected learning outcome of the learners, newer and effective ways of learning experiences can be provided to the learners. Such ideas of education have also helped significantly during the COVID-19 pandemic, and the same are going to play a very important role in the days to come. Nationwide lockdown caused by the COVID-19 pandemic has actually helped us experiment with the multiple methods for teaching learning. The Government of India also launched the initiative like Bharat Padhe Online that enabled the teachers to create digital educational contents, share ideas and innovations in public platforms, and create more and more OERs for the benefit of the affected learners. In order to provide seamless learning supports, the teachers extensively took Facebook Live classes, used a Google Classroom, uploaded contents in YouTube, started teaching through WhatsApp and various meetings apps like Zoom, Cisco WebEx, or Google Meet as an emergent response to the COVID-19 crisis. You can add this Swayamprabha channel inputs also in this context. I am extremely happy to learn that even during the nationwide lockdown, the university could draw up effective plans and could continue to provide uninterrupted education to its learners. This manifests unique quality of university to adapt to the contemporary challenges and convert them into opportunities. I am glad to recollect my participation in the international online conference on the topic Teaching Learning in the time of pandemic, role of online learning on 21st, 22nd April 2020, which was successfully organized by the university during the lockdown. The online conference, which was unique and perhaps first of its kind in the whole country, and attracted a good number of practitioners and experts across the world, it provided a scope to the educational institutions, administrators, educators and teachers to think about developing new roadmaps for imparting education at the time of a crisis like the COVID-19 pandemic, which has affected millions of learners across the world. I think two most distinguishing features of the university have helped in creating a distinct place for the university among the open universities of the country. The first relates to openness and readiness to embrace ICT in transforming teaching learning ecosystem. This is one area where upon the future of education scenario remains greatly dependent. The university has been able to create niche in this region, and I am sure that this will yield long-term dividends to the university and the society alike. The second distinctive feature of the university that stands out entails the zeal and the urge towards innovations. I am most pleased to learn that the university has initiated and implemented a number of innovations in almost all domains of the teaching learning processes, enrollment, curricula development, providing learner supports, assessment and grievance redressal. The Learners Charter adopted by the university is a unique example of commitment as well as a novel idea. The Charter provides the basis which the university community will function and upholds the university's commitment towards academic excellence while being sensitive and respectful about the rights of the learners. Alongside teaching, research is a hallmark of any university. I have found that this university is making an all-out effort to build a research culture by encouraging the faculty to carry out both disciplinary and systematic research pertaining to the issues of ODL. In fact, I believe that high-quality systemic research can contribute in improving the quality of ODL as a whole. With numerous innovations in place, the university is uniquely placed in this regard. I would like to congratulate the university for continuously striving to provide quality and employment-oriented education to its learners. As digital and technology-enabled education presents a great opportunity for a country like India, it is high time the universities tried to cater to the needs of the diverse and young human resources to harness the demographic dividend. I sincerely hope that in the coming years, the university would continue to serve the learners through an action-oriented vision and bring many more laurels to its credit. Dear learners, the next chapter of your life starts today. Your hard work must not stop and quest for knowledge should continue. And here I have already given you the details of Swayam and Swayam Prabha, and that you all can use it to enrich your contents which you have learned from here itself. You are now in a better position to create and derive more knowledge and also help others who are less fortunate than you. Whatever you do, wherever you work, may you all shine bright. In the long run, your love for work and sincerity of your efforts will always be rewarded. Dear learners, you should not take graduation as an end to your journey. Rather, it is the beginning of another journey where knowledge and skills acquired are put to test. Hope you all will succeed here too. Before I conclude, I once again congratulate all the recipients of honoris causa degrees, the PG and UG degrees, diplomas and certificates. We are all happy because of your success. May you prosper and attain more success whatever you do or undertake in the near future. Once again, I thank the Honorable Vice Chancellor of this university who has given an opportunity to be with you this noon. Thank you very much. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you. May I request the Registrar to read out the speech from the Honorable Chancellor.
I am reading out the fourth convocation address by His Excellency the Governor of Assam and Honorable Chancellor Krishnakanta Hendik, State Open University, Professor Jagdish Mukhi. Namaskar. Vice Chancellor Krishnakanta Hendik, State Open University, Professor Kandarpa Das. Chief Guest, Professor Nageshwar Rao, Vice Chancellor, Indira Gandhi National Open University. Esteemed members of the Board of Management, the Academic Council of the University, faculty members and officers of the University. Most importantly, the awardees, the distinguished guests, persons from the media, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me immense pleasure to be here today at the fourth convocation of Krishnakanta Handik State Open University. You all know that convocation is an important occasion marking the end of a vital phase in the life of a student. For the graduating students, today it is a special moment. It is the result of years of hard work and dedication. I extend my heartiest congratulations to all the graduating students who are receiving their degrees today. It is a matter of great satisfaction that Krishnakanta Handik State Open University is into the 16th year of its glorious existence. I have no doubt that down the years, the university has worked remarkably well in realizing its vision to spread education beyond all barriers. The legendary scholar Pandit Krishnakanta Handik, in whose name the university is established, himself was dedicated in disseminating the culture of knowledge. I am happy that the university has exemplified those noble ideals by spreading the fruits of knowledge through open and distance learning methods to the unserved region of the country. You must carefully reckon that the convocation is not merely an occasion to hand over the certificate ceremoniously to you. It has also entrusted upon you the most challenging responsibility of continuing this path of knowledge and contribute selflessly to the progress of the nation as a whole. Dear friends, the world is changing very fast today, and if you do not move with time, we will be left alone. You know, the present world is ruled by ideas and innovation in every sphere of work. In today's changing environment, the academic institutions must realize that their duty is not only to prepare the graduates for national and international job markets and address research problems alone. The universities must develop strategies to contribute to the development of community education and support local development. As you know, our Indian civilization has always attached immense value to knowledge. We have a very rich and profound ancient knowledge tradition where knowledge has been established, preserved, and upheld in the framework of our culture. The purpose of modern knowledge culture may also be conceived of almost in the same line. I must appreciate Krishnakanta Handik State Open University in this regard, especially for the relentless efforts it is making since the very beginning to reach the unreached and underprivileged of the society and empowering them by providing them quality education. I would like to appreciate the fact that the university has been successful to reach out to every aspiring learner, however remotely located they are, with the help of well network of study centers across the state. I am extremely pleased to learn that out of the total learners, about half belong to various disadvantaged groups and women. This by no means is a small feat, and the university surely deserves applause for this achievement. We must remember that India has considerable chunk of population kept outside the ambit of higher education. Therefore, it is our responsibility to see that the skilled human resources that are produced are not self-centered but socially committed towards the task of inclusive development. Krishnakanta Handik State Open University is to be hailed in this aspect as it is giving higher studies to lot of girl students Gender sensitization is another area which needs to be emphasized in all levels of education, as our women sometimes suffer from continuous covert and overt exploitation. I am glad to know that this university has comprehensively revised its curricula to make them more relevant and sensitive to the need of the time. I am also happy that the university is actively engaged in organizing both academic as well as public awareness programs against the social evils like witch hunting and dowry, etc. I have also learned that the university has initiated and implemented several innovative ideas and practices with the aim of making the teaching learning process more learner-centric by bringing about greater flexibility, transparency, and accountability into the system. It is expected that such a systematic and institutional reform is the need of the hour, and this will be immensely helpful in mainstreaming all those who were unable to complete education for some reason or other. As the National Education Policy 2020 emphasizes on improving the gross enrollment ratio in higher education, the approach of the university can prove to be extremely significant in changing higher education scenario in the state. I am indeed very much delighted to learn that for the first time in the history of open and distance learning in India, Krishna Kanta Handik State Open University has adopted a learner's charter declaring the rights and responsibilities of a learner. The charter makes the provision for learners to approach the Vice Chancellor in case their grievances are not handled within the stipulated time. This sets an outstanding example of accountability which every public institution needs to uphold. Besides, as I understand, the unique learner mentoring system introduced by the university has been successful in reaching out to the learners and bridging the gap between the learner and the university. Dear friends, last year has been truly unprecedented. The novel coronavirus pandemic tested humanity's patience and resilience. The COVID-19 pandemic caused disruption of education, affecting large number of students across the nation. However, the pandemic has also opened up newer opportunities before us. Emergence of information and communication technology during the time of pandemic has minimized the digital divide in our society. I have always felt that open universities are a blessing to many of us who are otherwise deprived of the fruits of formal education. Distance learning has given great relief to our students who have to strive for bread instead of pursuing formal education. Since its inception, Krishna Kanta Handik State Open University has made a significant contribution towards the progress of higher education in the region. Dear students, indeed, you are fortunate enough to have received degrees from Krishna Kanta Handik State Open University. Within a short span of time, this university has been able to scale new heights by its diversified and commendable extension activities. As a part of its social responsibilities, the university has been carrying out plethora of extension activities like gender sensitization and others. Moreover, the university is actively engaged in organizing both academic as well as public awareness programs against the social evils like witch hunting and dowry, etc. It is really great that you have acquired your formal degrees today, but your real journey starts only from this moment. Your degrees have laid more responsibilities on you. From now on, you are in a better position to carry out the pursuit of knowledge. And this may be possible only when you stretch your helping hands to others who are less fortunate and privileged than you. The 21st century belongs to the Indian youth, and our country is waiting eagerly for its young minds to excel. Our universities imparting higher education have to accept this challenge of making our young minds shine in all possible fields and disciplines. Indeed, the changing global scenario has brought about diversified challenges to our universities, but we have to turn all disadvantages into advantages and think of everything in terms of inclusive growth of our people in the society. For this to happen, our universities must stand for access and equity to education. Through education, research, training and extension, our universities must play a transformative role in the development of the nation in general and the development of the deprived and underprivileged sections of the society in particular. On this occasion, my appeal to all of you to be more focused with your goals, resolute with your ideas, and committed to your mission. At this moment, I wish you all great success in life. I would like to end by quoting Mahatma Gandhi. He once said, "Be the change that you wish to see in this world." So I say to you all, lead the world, be the change, and make Assam and India proud. Thank you. Jai Hind.
May I invite the Registrar to request the Honorable Vice Chancellor to declare the convocation closed.
I request the Honorable Vice Chancellor to declare the convocation closed.
I declare the fourth convocation of the Krishnakanta Handikoy State Open University closed.